Hi, it's Alcam. Welcome back to my channel. Well, guess what? It happened again on the subway. Another incident. And before I hear Kathy Uncle saying, the subways are safe, or this dingbat Lieberman saying, oh, it's all in your imagination, it's all in your head. It's a hammer blow. Also, part of my imagination, too. Maybe if you experienced it yourself, maybe you would think otherwise. But it's okay. Maybe the victim will sue your ass anyway. You experience it in a whole different way with lots of greenbacks. Anyway, so we just had another incident, and somebody got whacked in the face with a hammer because he wouldn't give up a seat for a lady. Who says chivalry is dead? That's not the way it's supposed to work. Anyway, from New York Post, brute with 20 priors bashed teen with a hammer on New York City subway after victim wouldn't give up the seat for a woman, says police. By Joe Marino and Amenia Woods. If I pronounced it wrong, I apologize, as always. So a brute with nearly 2 dozen prior arrests bashed a teen with a hammer on board a Bronx-bound train, Monday, all because the victim wouldn't give up his seat for a lady. A woman, the cop says, an 18-year-old victim told police he was riding a northbound D train, my home hunting grounds, approaching 167th Street around 5 p.m. when another rider, later identified as Tommy Spuro, I don't know how to pronounce these names, I apologize, 26, started tapping on his phone, asking him to get up so the woman could sit, authorities said. The teen ignored the pestering until the individual suddenly hit him once in the face with a hammer, causing a cut and a swell on his left eye, the cop said. As the victim got off the train, officers who were on board the train but in a different car spotted him bleeding from the forehead, authorities and sources say. The teen pointing out the alleged attacker who was carrying a hammer, the cop said. The attacker, also of the Bronx, was taken into custody and charged with assault with intent to cause serious physical harm. You think? Authorities said. His arrangements pending Tuesday evening. The victim, meanwhile, was taken to the Bronx Care Health System, where he was treated for his severe cut but listed in stable condition. The attacker has 20 prior busts on his rap sheet, the most recent for burglary at a Bronx homeless shelter less than 2 weeks ago, cops said. In that case, he was accused of entering the building at Honeywell Avenue near 179th Street in West Farm, also in the Bronx, where he was seen on camera entering the building and going into the basement, where he broke the door and picked the lock of a storage room. Authorities said he was found inside the room by a security guard. Cops said the attacker was released without bail during his arraignment in the Bronx Criminal Court. Records show. In October, he was busted for burglary and is separately charged with arson that took place in July, according to police. Monday violence came as NYPD announced 700 more cops would begin patrolling the rails overnight this week. It also comes after several people were slashed, shoved, or beaten on the subway system over the past week. Even with police on the train, it's still happening again, folks. Again. Another assault. Whether the victim deserved it or not, that's not up to me, because, if there's a lady who needs to sit down and I'm taking up the seat, I'll be glad to give her up the seat. But the fact was, sometimes your teenagers want to be rebellious at the wrong time, in the wrong place, at the wrong station, and, well, what could I tell you? Like I said, I'm not blaming the victim, I'm not blaming the defendant, and, It's just an old tale, when teens don't do the right thing and not be courteous to a woman and don't give us a seat. Well, things happen. Of course, in my day when I was younger, if I had done what he did and I got smacked in the face like that, and I got home and told him what happened, I would probably get smacked again by the parents. That's what it was back then. And today's a different world. We can't do that anymore. And Cassie Holker wonders why a squirrel ends up knocking out Kamala Harris in the election. Well, it's not the squirrel, it's what you were doing to the squirrel that pissed people off. Which is why you, again, pissing people off saying, oh, the subway is safe, when it's not. And then Lieberman says, oh, it's on your head. Yeah, the team probably felt it all in his head, too, when the hammer whacked him. Yeah. I'm sure he's not going to believe anything you say after that, ever again. Because when you get whacked with a hammer, it hurts like hell. So this is Alcan saying so long for now, and don't forget your stop. And be careful out there on the subway. Oh boy.